The South African Weather Service has issued an orange level 5 warning for disruptive rainfall in Gauteng, the Northwest and Free State provinces. Emergency services are cautioning residents living on low-lying areas to be on alert as disruptive rains are expected to continue over Gauteng this week. SABC News reporter Hasina Gori has more.
As the South African Weather Services warns of continuous disruptive rain in Gauteng, communities here in the inner city of Johannesburg are concerned. Here in Denver Temporary Shelter, an area that residents of Usindiso building were moved to following that fire, there's been continuous concern over the safety, especially as every time it rains, they have isolated floodings. We've been here multiple times as this community tries to ensure that when it rains, their belongings are kept safe and that their persons are also kept safe. I want to bring in some of the residents that are here. Thank you so much for speaking to us, ma'am. Can you tell me, when it rains here, what happens in this specific shelter?
Kule ndawo igama lami ngothandazile kule ndawo nje siyafa amanzi angene endlini izingane lezi ezifunda esikoleni asakho nokuya esikoleni ngoba zingenelwa amanzi endlini nathi sabazali singenelwa amanzi endlini asazizokwenza njani kuyanetha nalabo thayela bayanetha asazi senze njani.
I've seen over the time now that there's been cement put to stop water going inside the houses. What else have you all tried to do just to ensure that your belongings stay safe?
Ukuthi singaba safe ne ukuthi mesingayazi ukuthi bengasifunela nje indawo eright nje ayichale indawo ayikho right nje lehlala kiyo ayikho nje right nje le ndawo esihlala kiyo ngoba inanemgodi ayikho nje safe nje futhi nje nakhona nje ukuthi nje ihlale nje la.
I want to ask, Busisiwe, you've been here from the time you've moved from Usindiso, if I'm correct, right? And what's it been like here? Every time it rains, we've seen this flooding happening.
Hey, kunzima impela nje kakhulu imvula iyana mayina kunzima amanzi angena ezindlini kuba nzima ngoba nalamazenke awekho strong imvula iyangena phezulu ingene nasemasayidini kunzima nje kunzima uma uvuka ekseni ugeza ingane yakho kumele esikoleni kumele ingene emanzini icathulo ziyamata uyabona nje hey kunzima siphila endaweni enzima ngempela inzima kakhulu le ndawo.
There was supposed to be a human rights commission to look into the area. Has anything been done to help and assist?
Eish. Into esicela usizo ngayo, sicela ukuthi basisize. Basincede kakhulu, basisuse kule ndawo because kuthiwa sibeke kwesikhashana. So njengoba kuthiwa sibeke kwesikhashana, sicela ukusuka kule ndawo basise endaweni eright ezokhona ukuhlala kahle nabantwana bethu. Because la ay kudzima ngempela.
That is some of the community members who've speaking to us saying that it's really been difficult living in this specific temporary shelter. The zinc that these makeshift temporary shelters were created from, not strong enough to ensure the elements don't enter into their homes. Really speaking of the difficulty for school children whose work, but also just getting ready for their daily school activities, quite difficult as well. Calling on assistance. We know that this area, the Human Rights Commission, was enabled to investigate and asked to investigate and look into the conditions with regards to the safety and accommodation of the people, specifically the victims of the Usindiso fire. That recommendations were meant to be taken into account. We've seen little improvement with regards to some electricity being brought in over the last 2 months, but when it comes to just ensuring that when it rains, this community does not suffer from flooding, that is still something the this community is dealing with. They've tried to, mitigate some of the problems, adding in some cement and concrete at the bottom to lift these makeshift structures. But that, they're saying, not enough. As we've seen here, many of these spaces being waterlogged, water coming through. And they said that just a few months ago in January, when there was this rainfall earlier in the year, they also experienced the same. So they continue to really despise and not look forward to the rainfall whenever it does come, because it makes life extremely difficult. This is an ongoing story. We'll continue to monitor it for you. But for now, back to you in studio.